There's a difference between grappling with an idea and trying to solve it, which is what keeps you from falling asleep, and focusing yourself on an idea with the expectation that sleep is where the answer will come from. We do have better ideas when we sleep on it. And I am notorious for getting off the phone with clients and just being like, okay, yeah, I hear you, I get it. Listen, I will have something for you in the morning. And I just go to sleep. And when I wake up, I'm really cleared. I'm like, all right, I'll just send out an email. And they've come to sort of rely on that. There's a lot of arguments about what dreams really are. And the neuroscientists will tell you it's sort of a byproduct of the brain cleaning itself. Other people will tell you it's complete gobbledygook nonsense. Other people will tell you it's the sort of bycatch, if you will, of memory consolidation. Whether or not you believe that doesn't really matter, because the research has shown that the hypnagogic and hypnopompic states, which are when you're just falling asleep and when you're just waking up, your default network is on hyperdrive. And again, that's the network where you come up with these things. So you can use sleep no matter what issue you're facing, no matter what the blockage is. You can actually take advantage of the sleep states to bring forth really innovative, inventive ideas to move forward. Here is how you do it. As you're going to sleep, you focus your brain on what is the problem, right? Spend about 5 minutes just really getting clear on, like, what are you facing? What are you doing? This is putting it into your default network. It's actually like telling your default network what it should work on. Put something to write with next to your bed, or just have your phone on like voice recorder mode or what have you, and then go to sleep. Sometimes you might find you pop up like a half hour later and you've had a thought, you've had an idea, because that's the hypnagogic. You're just falling asleep, this part of your brain turns on, and then an idea comes to you. Or you might find you're waking up, and have you ever noticed when you're just waking up from a night's sleep and you're so clear? With that extra space, your default network has been putting ideas together, and it's as you're waking up that it presents them. Why does it wait for you to be only half awake? Nobody knows, but it does. And you need to try and pay more attention and then start writing those ideas down. And now here's the other key to this. It's not that those ideas are necessarily going to be the breakthrough. They might be, but they also might not be. They're going to build on each other. This is going to be a process, and what you need to do is write down the ideas that come to you from the sleep state and then focus on them. Give yourself some time to really work on them. So it's both of those happening together. That's really where sleep has its most power. Naps are awesome. Big fan of naps. All the research shows that you're way more productive for the rest of the day if you could sneak in a 15, 20-minute nap. You don't want an hour, 2-hour nap, then it's too much and you end up groggy and not functioning. But that 15, 20 minutes post-lunch when you just wish you could close your eyes, if you get a chance to, so much better for your productivity and so much better for your creativity. Same thing. Focus on the issue. Really get a handle on what it is. Let yourself start to fall asleep. Have something to record with right near you. Set an alarm to wake you up in 20 minutes and see what happens. It's huge. Whether you love Siri or hate Siri, you have to admit that it was one of the first voice assistants out there, and quite a breakthrough in and of itself. And the way Adam Shire works is he draws a lot, by the way, but he also puts the idea in his head, goes to sleep, wakes up at like 5 in the morning. For him, it needs to be really dark. He keeps like blackout curtains. Wakes up, writes the idea down, and then spends 2 hours at his desk working on the idea that he came up with in his sleep. And then repeats that night. So he's in a constant state, and this is how he actually came up with the prototype for Siri, was using his sleep mode to help him move through difficult sections.
And that's kind of it. You've got like a grab bag of stuff you can try. You could suggest quiet, loud brainstorming at the next meeting you have, or teach someone else to do drawing without words, because that'll teach you how to do it even better. Because some of these things won't work, and some of them will work really well. Either way, take the time to find out what works for you.
If you're serious about having more creativity in your world, if you're serious about having more breakthroughs, you need to slow down. The network in your brain that actually leads to these creative breakthroughs doesn't work at the modern pace. It works at a much slower pace, and it works when we're off task. It works when we're not focused. That's frustrating, that's annoying, that's evolution. Don't argue with me. Don't argue with the neuroscientists. Argue with the evolutionary process. That is how our brains evolved to handle the complexity and see the signal through the noise and discover breakthroughs.